Get ready, because if you're still trying to digest the intensity of last week, the skies have already lit the next spark. The moon moved through Scorpio. Mars entered Leo. And now, Mercury, the messenger of the skies, steps into Aries. You can try to keep control, but your mind won't wait anymore. Your mouth won't stay shut. Your body will feel first. And only then will you understand what's going on. This week doesn't ask for softness. It asks for clarity. It demands courage. It calls for action. The energy coming in now is sharp, direct, impulsive, but also liberating. And if you learn how to use that power, it can open doors that have been locked for ages. But if you don't, it can destroy connections that still had a chance. That's where this week's game begins. Mercury is the mind. Aries is impulse. Together, they create a mental atmosphere where everything needs to happen now. There's no room for indecision, no patience for beating around the bush, and definitely no time to calmly process what you're feeling. When Mercury enters Aries, it's like thoughts leap from your head, straight into the world. No filter, no rehearsal, no censorship. Spiritually, this is a portal of courage, a calling to say what needs to be said, to speak truths you've swallowed for far too long, to make decisions your soul already craved, but your rational mind kept delaying. But here's the thing, this energy doesn't ask if you're ready. It simply throws you into the battlefield, sword in hand, voice sharp, and then you have to choose. Will you use that sword to defend your truth or to attack out of fear? Because Mercury in Aries is a test of spiritual maturity, of self-control, and of presence. Speaking without thinking is easy. Speaking with awareness, that's the real act of power. You might already be feeling it. Even before knowing Mercury changed signs, something shifted inside. Suddenly, you're impatient with everything. You want to clear your to-do list, send that message, finish conversations, start new things, all at once. And if something irritates you, you react. Fast, blunt, sometimes aggressive. That's the direct effect of Mercury entering Aries. The mind shifts into urgency mode. You wake up already thinking about action. Ideas explode in your head, but vanish as quickly as they came. You might feel tension in your jaw or shoulders, trouble sleeping from racing thoughts, sudden arguments over nothing, a feeling that everything is just too slow. This is your mind racing ahead of what your body can handle. But the biggest symptom is the urge to say what you've been holding back, like the truth is pressed against your chest, like something needs to be said before it bursts. And yes, that can be liberating, but it can also be destructive if you're not grounded, because this energy will come out. The question is, will it come out as healing or as harm? With Mercury in Aries, there's an invisible but very real risk. Confusing impulse with intuition. You feel something strong, almost uncontrollable. A voice inside yells, "Do it now, say it now, go now." And sometimes that is your soul trying to break through an old block. But other times, it's just fear dressed up as bravery. It's the ego trying to protect itself by striking first. It's pain trying to speak for you before you've had a chance to process. Aries energy wants to act before it understands, to decide before it listens, to win before even knowing what the game is. And that's where you get lost, because impulse, when it's not rooted in truth, turns into escape, into a knee-jerk reaction, into self-sabotage. Intuition, on the other hand, sounds different. It's fast too, but not anxious. It comes with clarity, with calm, with a kind of certainty that doesn't shout. It simply lands. That's why this week, you'll need to practice discernment. You'll need to pause for 5 seconds before replying to that message. Take 3 deep breaths before making a decision in the heat of anger. Write out your thoughts before turning them into a fight, because one word spoken on impulse can shatter something that took years to build. But one word spoken with awareness can heal something that's been hurting for just as long. That's the spiritual lesson of this transit: to act with courage, but not with blindness, to express yourself, but not to retaliate, to speak truth, not venom. During a transit like this, your greatest power isn't saying more, it's saying it right. One well-placed word can open portals, close chapters, reveal feelings that have been hidden for years, kickstart something your soul's been longing for. Mercury in Aries brings the gift of raw clarity. It's like the universe is saying, say what needs to be said. The other person already feels it too. This is the perfect week to start the conversations you've been avoiding, not to stir up drama, but to release. The right word at the right moment has the power to rearrange an entire timeline. Maybe you need to say, I don't want this anymore. I need space. I have feelings for you. I'm ready to begin. Don't wait another month. Don't wait for the perfect moment. The sky has already delivered the energy. Now it's up to you to choose what to do with it. But remember, the kind of speech that heals isn't the one that destroys someone else. It's the one that reveals who you truly are. Mercury in Aries has no filter, and that can be a blessing or a trap, because what you say now won't come back. Words spoken under this energy can leave marks for years. They can push away someone who was trying to stay. They can open wounds that only time could have healed. You might even be right, but are you speaking from the heart or from the poison of haste? Aries wants to win, to have the last word, to walk away on top. And if you're not careful, you'll confuse verbal victory with emotional wisdom. But winning an argument and losing a connection isn't spiritual triumph, it's a fall. On the flip side, this transit can be deeply healing if you know how to use the power of words as a channel for presence, not attack. Because sometimes the strongest voice isn't the loudest. It's the one packed with truth, even in a soft tone. Here's a powerful reminder. It's not the volume that transforms, it's the intention. If you speak from the soul, you'll touch the soul. If you speak from anger, you'll trigger defenses. The choice is yours. Mercury in Aries brings the chance to understand something deep. Every word is a spell. It invokes, it defines, it directs energy. When you speak, you're casting vibrational codes into the universe. And this week, those codes are sharp, fast, instant. So the question isn't just, what do you want to say? The real question is, what do you want to create with what you're saying? If you say, it never works, you're writing that story. If you say, I'm tired, the universe goes, got it. Let's keep it that way. If you keep repeating, this is hard, guess what stays hard? But if you change the verb, everything changes. Saying, I choose, I release, I close, I begin, those are portal words. And when you speak with clarity, the universe responds with precision. That's why now is the time to use language as a tool for creation, not as a weapon, not as a shield, but as a bridge. Speak to open, speak to heal, speak to honor what you feel. Because this week, words are sacred. Now that you've grasped the intensity and power of this week, here are a few ways to channel it constructively. 1. Write what you're holding in. Before you speak it, write it. Get everything stuck inside, down on paper, then read it out loud. See what still resonates. refine it. A thought-out word is far more powerful. Second, start what's only existed in your head. Mercury in Aries is perfect for turning ideas into action. Record that video, send that pitch, start that course. Your mind is quick, use it. 3, breathe to tame impulsiveness. Before meetings, big messages, or tough decisions. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4, exhale for 6. Repeat 3 times. That pause might just save a valuable connection. 4, speak to someone you've been avoiding. It might not feel comfortable, but it will feel freeing. Choose the right moment. Go in with clarity, no blame, just truth. 5, use conscious affirmations. Start your morning with short, direct phrases. Today I choose to speak with courage and presence. My words build, my actions reveal who I am. All this mental movement, this inner restlessness, this urgency you're feeling, it's not here by accident. There's something inside you that's been trying to come out for a long time. Maybe a truth you swallowed, a confession never spoken, a boundary you didn't dare to set, a decision that got stuck in the almost. Mercury in Aries doesn't tolerate almost. It wants yes or no, speak or stay silent. But it no longer accepts the in-between that's eating you alive. And you know what that word is. You can already taste it. It shows up in your inner monologues, visits you in dreams, tightens your throat, or weighs on your chest. That's your truth, the one that refuses to wait any longer. And the climax of this week isn't an external event. It's this internal moment where you finally speak, and the very moment your voice aligns with your soul, the world shifts, not because others changed, but because you stopped hiding. The word that heals is the same word that transforms. It just needs to be spoken with courage and truth. You might not notice it right away, but when you express your truth, you shift your frequency. Conversations begin to flow. What was stuck starts to move. People who drifted away show up again. Paths that were invisible become clear. It's not magic, it's energetic coherence. When you speak what you feel, with respect, but no masks, the universe gets the message. You're ready to live what you came here to live. You start making different choices, acting differently, vibrating differently, and the world responds. Because now, you're no longer trying to please. You're no longer begging to be understood. You're simply being, and that's enough. Truth, when spoken from the soul, doesn't need applause. It stands on its own, and the silence that follows it is peace. Mercury in Aries didn't come to keep you comfortable. It came to wake you up. It lights up your voice, speeds up your mind, exposes what's been buried, and if you resist, you'll feel conflict. But if you surrender with presence, you'll feel freedom. What you choose to say this week will echo. It could heal something that seemed unhealable. It could start something that changes everything. Or it could end what's been draining you for years. But one thing's for sure, the timeline of your life shifts when your voice aligns with your truth. It doesn't matter if others get it. What matters is that you stop lying to yourself. Speak with courage, with soul, with truth. Because the word you've been avoiding might be the very one that opens the portal your soul is ready to walk through.